Hi, Jonathan Godfrey, On-Site Wastewater Professionals, coming to you from Indianapolis at the Wet Show, and I'm with Bob Bundy from Alderon.
Yes.
And we're talking control panels, and Bob, we're trying to put tools in the hands of installers that protects their business and gives them more insight into what's going on. What do we have here today?
Okay, we're going to be talking about our Flex control panel system that can be a demand dose or time dosing system. We're going to show you how you do that real quick. It also has a lot of data harvesting, meaning pump counters, pump lapse time, high water alarms, things like that.
And not just the counters, but maybe the ability to understand what time those pump cycles were, how many, logging that data so we could go back and understand, do I have a leaking tank? Do I have a homeowner that's using too much water?
Yeah.
Or do I need to focus my attention on the drain?
Exactly.
Very good.
So let's get at it. So let's say right now when it says system normal, we have a knob and a digital display. If you rotate towards the menu and hit the button, we have what's called resettable history and lifetime history. So resettable means I can zero it out and then come back and see what they were after I zeroed it out. So to look at my history, I hit the button. I've got categories called pump stats and water stats. That'd be like your high level. And let's look at our pump stats. So our last time the pump ran was 1 second. We're at a show, so people are flipping switches here, so it's a short run time. But we also give you total elapsed time in hours, minutes, and seconds. We also give you the run time, min, max, and average. And if you enter in a gallon per minute parameter, it'll totalize gallons for you. Nice thing to
Better understanding of that total water use on the system.
If you buy our current sensor options, you can get amperage statistics to tell you maybe it's starting to plug up or things like that. So you can do high amp and low amp.
Understand where that pump is in its life cycle.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, we're giving you a min-max average over the last 10 cycles.
Okay.
And then the counter for the pump counter.
One could make
And then here's where I can reset it. Now that same data you just saw is in lifetime history. That you can't reset. So now for fun, I'll just go ahead and reset it. So now everything's zero.
Okay.
Okay, now the next nice feature is if you want to do time dosing, it's real simple to set up the system.
yeah, so I think
So we're going to settings. There is a password protection, so then homeowners can't change settings and screw up the system. It's 1919, and you can change that to your favorite, but we recommend keeping it the same so you remember. And then you're going to run the setup wizard. It's going to ask you, do you want to be demand dose or time dose? So we're going to say time dose. And you can enable or disable the timer override or peak timer. So I'm going to keep it on for this demo. And here's your minutes and seconds that you program on. You know, typically 2-3 minutes or whatever the design engineer has calculated. But for our demo, I'll keep it at 4 seconds. Off time, hours, minutes, and seconds. My peak time settings. And off peak settings. And then I'm not going to use a transducer, I'm using floats, so we're going to keep that at disabled. And if I want to use redundant off or low alarm, I can enable that or disable that. And if I do have the amperage, it's going to ask you to put your pump full load amps in. And then you're done. And you hit the back button a couple times to get to the home screen. And there's the status of the float is up or down. 0 means it's down, the float. A 1 means that it's up. This is my low alarm float, so that's up. And then when we simulate the float switch, there's my off time right now. Now it's on, pump is running, turns blue. And you can get this with a clear door or opaque with a beacon on top.
Very good. A lot of functionality, a lot of capabilities there. That's awesome. So just trying to protect our installers, give them insight into system performance, and do it all in a nice package like that.
You bet.
Bob, thanks for taking a minute. Show me what you got today.
All right. Thanks, everybody.